It's here to stay. It'll continue to evolve. And AI, it was interesting when I was at McDonald's. There was a lot of talk around kiosks and replacing employees in the restaurant. Similar conversations around AI and automating. And are we going to have robot restaurants? I read this great article written by the guys and the team at IDEO around AI and really defining it as augmented intelligence.
I love that augmented.
I did too, right? Because it brought a huge flashback to me. I'm a child of the '80s, so Robocop was one of those things that just began to really open your eyes to kind of the combination of machine and human. And I think it is really around this idea of human-centered, machine-driven, where I'm able to. Let me give you an example, right? There are top 20% of people who have an ability to run a restaurant really, really well. Mm-hmm. And then you kind of have, your typical bell curve, kind of the next 60% kind of run a good restaurant, and then you have your low performers. And I look at AI and machine learning as the ability for me to systematize that top 20% so I can bring the next 80% up a level. So good is running great and mediocre are running good restaurant. And when I think about that, there's really an impact that you can make on an organization by looking at and leveraging machine learning and AI. It goes back to our journey we were talking about, right?
I was just thinking about that.
Data to insights, and now it's action because the insights are kind of becoming the machine-driven part. It's getting smarter and smarter and listening and learning about how your restaurant is performing, in my perspective, or how your business is.
So is it kind of like, I was just thinking about, is it fair to say that actually, like your framework, data, insights, actions, the actions can be like different type, right? Just looking at the dashboard. And you're like saying that, I want my top 20% people looking at the dashboard and doing actions, and I want machine learning to learn those actions. So then I can kind of like use the machine learning as a decision black box that helps me to automate the business processes?
Absolutely, but it's smart enough to recognize that the restaurant in an urban area is different performance than the restaurant in a suburban area, and it's smart enough to be able to create the insights that are more specific to those areas. And that's the power that I see because it's always listening and learning and evolving.
So it's kind of like data, insights, actions, automation.
Oh
yeah.